How's it going, everybody? Welcome to the channel. This is Big Daddy Dave, and this is a map tour for Farming Simulator 22 on the mod map Pioneers Map. And we're going to start with the description from the mod hub, and it reads: In the 1980s, settlers left southern Brazil for central western Brazil in search for new land. Take on the role of one of the settlers in the map based in the region and era. Simulate with your friends the saga of the Mato Grosso pioneers in the Farming Simulator. You have to create the fields and build the farm yourself. 2 points where you can sell grain, Pioneer and Pioneer Terminal 1. Sell wool and cotton at the spinnery mill. Sell wood chips and logs at the logging company. Include 3 water source points identified with icons on the map. Sale of potatoes, beets, and sugarcane at the Pioneer Terminal 1. Sale bales at Comercio del Beos. Limestone can be purchased at the port. Selling your products from the factories can be done on the market. Have a good game. This map was created by Virgimini Modding and Lost Gamer and is 95.27 megabytes to download. There are no required mods. And if we take a look at the map and what that looks like, here it is. There's not a lot going on. Where do you start? Well, you're up here in the northwestern corner of the map. Very, very small farm. Got one building, a couple of pieces of equipment, not much, like I said, is going on. You can purchase the periphery. You can purchase every single point, including the port over here and the town over on the other side of the map, along with the river and all that. But everything is expensive because everything is very large. So they give you a good chunk of the map to work with right off the bat. This whole northwest corner is yours, and you can use it for grass, you can use it for logging. There's quite a bit of stuff to do on here. Let's see, there are no animals to start out with. There are contracts, funny enough. There are contracts, and I will go into more detail about those in a little while. There are no production chains that you own off the bat, and there are collectibles. 12 of them to be exact. There are mods specific to this map. Nothing on the buy screen here, but under the build mode, if we look under sheds, nothing here. Nothing under silos, silo extensions. You know what? It just occurred to me. All of these are empty. The mods that I was referring to earlier are the painting swatches. There are actually additional painting swatches. So I apologize for that. These are the map specific mods. We do start out up here at the starting farm, so it gives us a good opportunity to check out the starting equipment. Nope, wrong screen. Under own items, if you take a look under medium tractors, you have the Valtra Velmet 8750. The New Holland CH770 for harvesters. Under trailers, you have a Rudolph DK280RL, the header for the New Holland. Under plows, you have the Agrimaz POV 5XL. Under seeders, you have the Nordstein HK25 NS3030. Under sprayers, you have a Hardy Mega 1200L. Fertilizer spreaders, you have the Amazon ZATS 3200 and a trailer for your harvester header. So that is it. That is all you have in the ways of starting equipment. So again, not a lot going on off the bat. You don't have any like grass care equipment. You only have something to tend to this field in very limited amount. You can see this is what you got right here. Just one building, your trailer, that's it. So at this point, we're gonna go ahead and just kind of back out of here just a bit. And now we're gonna drive towards the town. And you don't even have a road necessarily to follow. There's just grass. Just a grassed and open countryside. So you kind of just follow the edge of the map and go straight south. And as you can see, all this is grass. You've got tons of grass you can take care of. If you can work up a bit to some logging equipment, maybe a chainsaw, and use your trailer, convert it over to maybe a flat deck or just something, you can start out with carrying some of these logs, and you can make quite a bit of money I'm not going to say pretty quickly, but you've got means of doing things. So it's not like you're left with nothing to do. But it's not like a pure forestry map either. So you get that kind of good balance between, what's going to be a lot of forestry. Yes, it's going to be a lot of forestry, but also a good mix of grass care. You can expand out your field there to do a lot more farming. And as you can see, there is no road leading to this main kind of road. Here, I'm going to go in cab real quick so I can see what I'm doing. And here's the main road going east to west to link the town to the port. All right. Off to our left, this is the Bales sell point. Around the corner here is the Lizard Cheese Shop, another sell point. Off to the right is the Animal Dealer. You can, once you have pastures or barns built onto the map, you can purchase them directly from here, or you can load into a trailer and deliver them yourself and save yourself that fee. If we continue on down the road over here, you have your repair trigger, your shop trigger, and should click on that just to illustrate that it works. And then back here, this is your Pioneer Terminal 1 shop, the sell point. And now we gotta get into the tractor and head all the way to the other side of the map using this trail. So, I mean, this is like a very interesting kind of map. This is kind of No Man's Land-esque in the fact that you really start with almost nothing. I mean, you don't even start with a house or a sleep trigger, on this map. You're literally starting with next to nothing. You have a dilapidated barn, and that is it. You got some starting equipment, but in the ways of like actual housing or anything like that. So it's just one of those, like, you really got to like put in the effort on this map. Now you can see there's this bridge right here too, and pay attention what you're doing, because there's no guardrails, there's nothing to keep you out of this water, and you fall in, you're going to lose your equipment. You're going to have to reset back to the shop. What I like about this map is the road isn't exactly smooth, so as you're driving around, your tractor is just bucking up and down after it hits a bump, and it just makes it seem real like an actual dirt road would be. I grew up on a dirt road for 20 plus years, and yeah, the roads can get really bad on the back roads. You get big ruts and divots and all these all these just not normal, or it is normal, but not the most back and body friendly of situations when driving down. So it's just one of those that, to see that they actually kind of put in these kind of swoops and bumps and stuff really kind of adds to the realism of the driving experience. Like, to me, that's something I noticed right away, is the tractor and subsequently anything you tow is going to be bucking around and kind of doing its own thing, which I think is really cool. But we just keep on driving to the other side of the map. And we're going to start seeing the port come into view, which is where a lot of our main kind of sell and buy features are on this map. Yep, here we go. You can kind of see it off in the distance there. And it's kind of just this little town that opens up, and just a little bit of hustle and bustle on this side of the map. There's a little something going on the west side of the map as well, but like this side is a little bit bigger. You've got the kind of port terminal and all that. Alright, in here we have the supermarket, the sell point. Keep on going down in this direction. And off to my left is the wiring sell point. Directly in front of us is the lime station. This is a buy point for your lime. And right here is the sawmill. You can purchase this for $100,000. You have your wood cell trigger right here. You have your loading inputs right here. You have the wood chips from the production right there. And why did I not see? Oh, here's the output right here. Wood chips from the production is right here. And then over here at this little container here, this is the wood chips sell point. So you could theoretically take your wood chips from here, transfer and sell it here. Now over here is the debris crusher. Take your stones and sell those. And then right in here is the Pioneer sell point right here. So this is where you can sell everything off, and it gets loaded onto the barge back here and sent off for everyone to purchase. But that is the map. That is Pioneer's map. Now, as I mentioned earlier, we're going to take a look at the contracts and how those are set up. As best as I can tell, they're all grass care contracts. That's all they are. So we got our tractor here. Let's see what kind of contracts we have. So contracts on field 4. Do we have anything on 3? No, 5 and 7. Alright, so this is what we'll do. We'll go ahead and accept it. We're not going to actually do anything. But we're going to bring up the map, and we're going to pull out of here, and we're going to head towards field 7. So you see the icon flashing there in the middle of the screen for field 7. Ooh, can I get out this way? Looks like it. So kind of come back out to this large expanse over here. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to pan way far out. Now, if I first go to the map, just to make sure I'm going in the right direction. And first off, while we're looking at the map, we'll do the where we've been, what we've seen. We started up here in the northwest corner at the farm. Traveled down south to the main road, came out to here, and we saw the bales, sell point, the lizard cheese shop, the animal dealer, we passed by the gas station. There's a gas station right next to the animal dealer. Here, can we fast travel to it? Yes. There we go. That gas pump right there is the gas station. Just completely blew right by it, didn't I? There's a tractor. Then we came up here to the shop, saw the shop trigger, repair trigger, and the Pioneer Terminal 1 sell point. We then followed the road all the way across the map. We took in the supermarket sell point, the wiring sell point, the lime station buy point, the sawmill, which is the wood chips portion of it, the sawmill production point, the wood chips sales point, the debris crusher, and pioneer sell point. Now, we then came from there out to the middle of this kind of expanse. Now you see this little discoloration? This is a field in the map. That's where we're looking for. So if we just keep on pushing forward just a bit, and you can kind of see it just north, or just ahead of the number 7. So what you want to do is just kind of look at the ground at the high level and just see where, there it is. See how the grass and the texture underneath is kind of different? This just needs to be cut. This plot right here, if you come in with your lawn care equipment, whether you borrow it or you buy it and then do it, you cut this out and then head it, silage, whatever it requests of you, and then deliver it, you're done. That's it. It's not like you have to do all this. You just need to do this little section here, and you're gonna make, $5,000 each time you do it. So just one of those to kind of do and keep out for. It works just like a normal field. It's just that little square section right there, that kind of darker spot, if you can see it on the screen there. But that is the map. Now we're to the point of where I render my opinion. 0 to 5 score, as I normally do. What do I think of this? So I hold maps like this to a different standard. And what I mean by that is these are intended to be drastically different than, say, a Calmsden Farm or a Iowa Plainsview map. Something where there's built-in fields, where there's a road network and all this stuff, production chains, everything on the lights. This one is like a true, meant to be kind of start from scratch, have very little, if anything, in the ways of equipment. You've got a tractor, a harvester, and a couple of pieces of equipment, and then it's on you to kind of go from there. So all that being said, I tend to think of these in kind of a different light than, say, a map designed to be, all about the farming and the like whole aspect of things. So with that in mind, I would actually rate this relatively high. I would actually give this probably about a 3.5 to 4. I think the color palette is amazing. I love the kind of red dirt texture on the ground. The fact that you literally have to start from scratch, like I said earlier, it reminds me of a No Man's Land, and I hold that map in very high regards. I really like that map. As a matter of fact, that's the map I use as my testing map to try out new mods or anything like that. So I'm on it constantly. This one is really nice though, because it has less in the way of forcing you to log like No Man's Land does, and gives you the option to really kind of do a lot of mowing and stuff like that, in conjunction with the logging. So it's real nice. Now, the only thing that would be really nice is that if a biogas plant was somewhere on this portion of the map. I understand why it's not. And it can be added in, but that's just one thing that you're going to be producing bales just to be able to sell them until you have enough money to be able to put down a biogas plant. But because you're able to actually purchase every portion of this map, you can make your own road going from your farm out to this main road here. You can buy the road and expand it. Make different branches going into the various fields so you can perform the contracts without having to go cutting through the trees, kind of thing. I mean, there's so much that you can do to this map. It's very much an open book. It's really going to be up to you. And what I also like about this is that it's not just a typical like flat map. I shouldn't say typical, but it isn't flat. There's very subtle undulations and hills and stuff like that, but nothing like too mountainous and terrain riddled that it makes things overly difficult as well. Because you're already going to have a very difficult time generating enough income to do much of anything, because you don't start with much equipment. You're going to have to do a lot of leasing. You're going to have to do a lot of very creative things in order to get to the end goal, which is whatever you want it to be. So, and like I said, there's no sleep trigger, no silo, no nothing. So, you harvest this sorghum from the field here, and you're gonna have to immediately turn around and either sell it or put it on the ground. Or put in a silo, a cheap silo to hold it, kind of thing. There's really no third option beyond that point. So it's just what kind of path you're going to choose. And I actually like that. I think that it's a kind of a cool concept. But all that being said, I hope you enjoyed this map tour. If you did, please show me by liking, sharing, subscribing, commenting, following, doing all the things the algorithms enjoy you doing. That shows you're engaged with this channel and enjoying the content. That being said, I hope you have a fantastic day. Take care.